I have always, all my adult life, I've always been pretty active with the bike. I've done a lot of miles, and I used to race years ago. And there was one year when I was trying to build up a foundation of miles, and I did 25,000 miles in one year. And but I always ended up back at my house. You know, I kind of do a big circle and end up back at your house every day. So I always wanted to, it was just like a lifelong dream of mine to ride transcontinental and do the whole trip. So now that I was retired and had the time to do it, you know, work is not in my way, I was able to put it together for the summer. I wanted to go originally alone, and my wife was kind of against that. She was all for me doing the trip, and she was very encouraging and very extremely supportive. But when she heard I was going to do it solo, she kind of didn't like that idea too much, and for good reason. She was actually right. So I began going online looking for possible groups that were being put together, and I found one that works out of New Hampshire. And it's a fully supported group, meaning that they have a sag wagon. So each day, if you had any kind of a mechanical problem or you know, any kind of problem at all, there was somebody there to give you aid if you needed it. And our trip was from San Francisco. We left June 1st, and it was all the way to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and that took 47 days of pedaling, and we had 5 days off in between. We would do, I think the first leg was 11 days, then we had a day off, and then we did 8 days, and we had a day off like that. We averaged 85 miles a day, but there were many days when, like we were doing the Rocky Mountains, or the Wasatch, or the Sierra Nevadas, those were pretty tough mountains to do, where the mileage was cut down, but then when we got on the desert, where it was more flat, then we added more miles to it. There were days where we did 121 miles, followed the next day by 117. There was a week when 4 out of 5 days we did more than 100 miles every day. You know, 108, 106, 110, like that. So once we got out of the mountainous areas, we really piled them on, and we're doing century after century after century. Yeah. Going long distance like that was not just a, you know, doing almost 4,000 miles was not just a physical feat, but it was more of like a mental feat too. You really had to conquer a lot of things in your mind just to keep going every day. And I think the preparation that you have to do to take on something like this is more important than the actual doing it.